a cerebral technocrat who led this country at the time to lead an industry in this country at the time that nobody had an idea of what we're doing. At the time when we were the first executive vice chairman of NCC, we had no clarity. But like Baba said, working with Nate, Chief Jordan himself, the birth, what can clearly be one of the best telecommunication journey in the world today. Please let's give it a round of applause. Thank you very much. Of course, my very good friend and brother, Chief Olusegun, a philanthropist, and like they said, like my mom, the cosmos, the one that has a fleet of Rolls Royce, and he has worked very hard for it. The garages, any of them, take them out, you've worked hard. They wouldn't know that when we used to, in London those days, it was still Rolls Royce, 35 years ago. Thank you very much. To our celebrant of today, my darling Aburo, was one of our best coming out of Lagos, coming out of Nigeria, that has been given to the world. Benga Angola, very, very unassumable, very quiet, extremely diligent, without any noise around. GB has indeed transformed his generation, and I'm glad to be identified with you. And you and I know that this journey has started a long time. Congratulations to you. The one of this wonderful edifice. Thank you very much, and for all the great work you're doing. There are several outstanding Nigerians that are here that have changed the course in their different spheres of endeavor. We mentioned Mr. Obaro, who probably is not celebrated enough himself, who started Remita. And I'm still expecting my dividend because when nobody knew Remita, I was using you. And I kept saying, sort me out. I know what the numbers are now. It's nice to see. And several other people that are in the payment industry that are doing great things here. This is also Sanwo-Olu, like I said, with a very humble beginning, he has been one of the largest chain of industry in our country, and it continues to do it effortlessly, building bridges and connecting our country every day. Thank you very much. And to several others who are not even in business, our pastors, our brothers that are here, thank you very much. And we have a different dimension to it. People also that are in our entertainment, tourism, the largest exports in our country, which is Hollywood, Nollywood, entertainment, they have also come to grace this event. So you can see that it's actually a very rich and diverse event. Mabru, Tiwai, and Motola, thank you very much. And everyone, because for you to be here, meaning you meant something to Florida with family. And you have identified with them in one form or the other. So I think you all deserve a big round of applause. Unfortunately, we thought we were going to have dinner. But what we've seen here tonight is the inspirational, motivational speeches that each of the speakers have passed on to us. And so they've whetted our appetite that even if what we do is to clap, to shake, and leave that dinner, I think it's been an evening well spent. For me, believe me, you have learned a lot. From looking at an 88-year-old man, and it can take us through the journey, 50-year journey of this country effortlessly. It means that Nigeria is truly, really blessed. Thank you very much, sir. For some people that do not understand, and I speak some people because there's a lot of younger people here, and I think we need to say this often and often. Keep inclusive. You know, when they were with late Menta over 50 years, we just said it here. We just remembered him 50 years ago when we had a very unfortunate incident. I was 11 years old, primary 6. We never knew what hit the country. The man ruled for less than 9 months and changed life. You see, states celebrating 50 years of their creation, about 6, 7 of them. Some people birthed that idea. They, both of them, created additional 7 states on the 3rd of February. Queen was assassinated on the 13th of February. They were men that were in a hurry to change the course of this country. And they did it diligently. At the time in which handing over was not fashionable, this man chose a date and he kept it to hand over. You know, even if we don't celebrate them enough, I think what we miss with Menta, Obasanjo has given to us twice, because God is blessed. And like he said to us, very instructive, what he and his boss then, because they were military, once the boss is the boss, and his boss there, the head of state, couldn't achieve because he was in signal, he was in engineering. They wanted to, they said, balloon. Do it. So you can imagine if they've done it 50 years ago, and they've created a communication system for us. All of the Asian tigers will be behind us. Today, Taiwan, South Korea, Malaysia, they will be way, way, way behind us. But he had a second opportunity. Being the president in the year 1999, and he did not waste that second opportunity. For some of you that are also here, I was in the banking industry. We knew what it meant trying to connect with UBA or with Bankers Trust or Citibank in New York. Guess what? You wait until 7 o'clock in the evening before you can make a phone call, and that phone call, it will be on fax. It will never be clear. You wait in the office till 9:30, 10, when they are closing for them to send you a fax number, a message, just because you have transferred $30,000. Hello? Yes. 30,000. You better not go home. Just because they transferred $5,000 in 6 days, you wait till 10 o'clock to get that fax message that you need to log. Those are the social issues. Inside Lagos Island, my base, you need to go and queue to go and make legal phone call to talk to your brother or your sister in London and America. You pay 2 naira or 3, I don't know, but you queue outside. When we are driving, you see everybody, 7, 8 people, you know they are making telephone. It's hot on business there. And we used to go to night there. You take number and you put it in put after waiting for 2 hours at 11 p.m. to make a 15-minute call to your brother or your sister abroad. You guys don't know what is happening. No, you don't. At that time, we were holding handsets 090 20 times the size. It was as heavy as our ears. Just to make a normal compound. That was the life that we were living. We knew nothing else. But alas, with him, with our father, we changed it. Guess what? We made a lot of money as a country, but they birthed that technology. Today, Nigeria has one of the largest tech density in the world. One of the largest. Well over 30 million, not 40 million. Today, they've used technology, telecommunications, as an enabler for several. Do you know Nigeria has one of the largest smartphones in the world? When we don't creative things, these men are the ones. We cannot celebrate them enough. I know what? In all of that confusion, people smell the opportunity. When President Kramer said we're making billionaires, people smell the opportunity. My daughter, when he started to bath our own opportunity, was one of the best compared to them. My daughter. But our access bank rates, but something different. It's not technology. It's not fintech. 10 years ago, he never knew what would happen. People have been waiting in access and people become tech now. At best, they'll give you like 4 branches to manage it. When it was not popular, 10 years ago, and in 10 years, he has done transaction that is well over $40 billion. My cost was there. For some of those that missed it there, we can imagine when you think they've done all of the things, they change everything to take this. That's what we're celebrating today. How the journey had started from 50 years to 25 years ago to maybe 10 years ago, and now we're talking that we've set up a payment system that is a global phenomenon. Jimmy, thank you very much. But it's not no challenge. I remember about 4 or 5 years ago, he couldn't make some inroads to places like that. And he called me. I had the rare privilege, because I can say this, unfortunately, and my son actually worked under it. So they reached out and they couldn't make progress. Both the regulators there and the regulator in another country, they couldn't see it. And it was frustrating. They were almost given up. So you don't think that it was only 10 years of roses for them. But guess what? They felt they took it up again. They felt they took it up again. And today is a success story. So it didn't just happen as bed of roses. And so that's the lesson for all the younger people. That you will fall, but each time you fall, get up and learn for whatever it is. I'm sure it's learned. It has learned. And it still has the whole lot to learn. So when we have come here to celebrate it, there's nothing else about this. It's the same one I'm wearing. I'm in my 5th event today. We started in Abuja. I've been to a 60th, I've been to a burial, but I'm happy that I can be part of this thing to celebrate one of Nigeria's. One of the ones that in another 10, 20 years time, we will say that it was Lagos based, Nigeria built, but a gift to the world. And what he's doing, or what he has done, is to just encourage it. And there's several others. You know, the beauty about Nigeria is that when TB has taken it, there's some of his old friends that are probably in Access or in GT or something, they did take that risk. But they're not, he's not the smartest. He could be a first time, but there's several other smart people too that are in this country. As they are in the music industry, as they are in the entertainment industry. I tell people where Burna Boy or Whiskey came out from, there are thousands of them in Nigeria that are waiting to back. That is the story of this country. And that's what Baba was telling us, that we cannot give up. We can actually use his story and other story to rekindle and to reshape the story of Nigeria by giving opportunity to everyone that we need to. And that's why me, as the question of leadership and government, the only other thing I think about is how do I make this place a better place than we met? You call me the most something of the world. That means that my head is big. But it's a lot of problem. I've got refuse to deal with. I've got traffic to deal with. Hello? I've got security to deal with. And we need to also build schools for those children. And I'll tell you the story, Baba. I will invite you. There's this school in Tolu, Ajebule. There are 35 schools there. 22,000 students. I just rebuilt the entire school. 35 schools in one whole complex in Tolu, Ajebule. I'm happy because I'm going to go there and see 22,000. I'm believing that one day we'll kick GB out of here as they have kicked Cosmos out of his money. And they'll make him look small. Because it's only when we give opportunity to those ones that are coming that indeed we can build an enduring country. That in 10, 20, 30, 40 years time, all of us will truly grow. But today is about progress. It's about you and your colleagues and the vision that you've all built. I don't know all of them. I know they are very smart leaders in that program. You know, I went there when I used to be in that Lekki, that funny office. I saw 5 days ago. They have one up, down, different rooms like this. But that's where we're making all of our decisions. And you see, the story cannot end here because we still have a lot of opportunity in this country. Between that time frame, we've built hyperscale data centers in this country. Those are some of the things that will make it work. Somebody just came to us, I won't mention their name, for corporate issues. They want to do 40,000 fiber optics. 40,000. You see, we need to build those infrastructure for Lagos, for Nigeria to be ready for the war. Because we need to be ready for that war. We've got a population, we need to be able to dominate and dominate very well. We need to create tens and tens of the further waves. We need to create tens and tens of those businesses so that indeed Nigeria can. Well, the best things that is going to happen, we're telling them before, the only place remaining is Africa. The young, talented people are here. We just need to bring and give them the opportunity for them to fly. Today we're happy flying, and it just started. We're happy that the likes of Stanley is taking up. If you know the story of this place, that's another conversation. If you know the story of where we are, how this guy was able to turn it.
I tried to convince
No,
him.
oh no, he knows about it. But it's not true. So these are just young men that share resilience. And sir, that is the Nigerian spirit. In this room, there are so many persons that are resilient, that will not give up easily. That people will ask us, how do you do it? Because you just have that non-given spirit. You don't give up. And just continue to push on and things will work. I want to congratulate you and congratulate your colleagues that are working with you. And I say to you that, you can't fail us. You can't disappoint us. You've taken us this far, right? You've got the world that you've taken you. So that continue to pray with you. Wish you well. Wish the company well. And everybody that's also aspiring to also bring about this. Because we should use this evening as a test for other ventures and other places. Just go excel in whatever it is you find yourself in. If you have excelled, you still have a lot of excelling to do. Right? So go out there and excel. I'm sitting between two presidents, he's telling me something. I don't know. But it's a no. So what I'm saying is that you cannot say that this is the end point of whatever it is. My metropolitan pastor is here. He knows he still has a lot to deliver. So let's use this evening as the evening of connectivity. It's about further ways, but it's about our country, it's about our continent, but it's about humanity. Because it's only when we come around like this, hearing our 8-year-old father, listening to an under 40 that we have here, and we all can mix it all together and create an African story that will truly really change the world. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Governor, Mr. Babajide Sanwo-Olu, Governor of Lagos State, Center of Excellence, and the State of Aquatic Splendor. Thank you for your kind words to me.
We sure hope you enjoyed this video. For more entertaining video content such as behind the scenes of music videos and movies, music concerts, premieres, interviews, and exclusive gists, subscribe now to our YouTube channel Goldmynetv and be unleashed into a world of super excitement.